Hey guys, another awareness video. This time, I want to make it aware that there's a missable item possibly that you might not be aware of, and also a little side note on how to get a +5 willpower from a dialogue check, basically. So let's get on to it. So, right in the game, you would start off in this star system. Eventually, you want to make your way to this one right here. Okay, you start off here. You want to make your way here. Okay, when you visit this star system, we want to make our way to the jungle world right here. Now, I already explored it, but I didn't trigger the quest yet. I'll redo it so that you guys can see it. There's an anomaly. You want to land. Choose it. Doesn't matter who you choose. Well, it does kind of matter who you choose on the party, but I'll get onto it once we land, and you'll understand why I say that it matters. So we're gonna head to the bottomless pit. It's basically the quest. I would call it the same thing too. So let's check the map. It's not a big place, you know. It's not like multiple maps, you know. It's just one small area. Bring a character that has the highest awareness, okay? You're definitely gonna need that. Why? Is because there's a lot of discoverables, you know? These magnifying glass, there's a lot of point of interest, some of which have to pass a awareness check. I believe this one is a awareness check pass. There's one right here too, and I think one more. So some of it, there is no check, it's just there. The other ones, you know, you have to discover it and then pass the check. You want to do that, and I'll get into why in a minute. So, you know, there's one here, there's a couple here. Just check them out, okay? There's some lootable stuff around, you know, nothing hidden over here. You know, I'm going to show you where all the point of interest stuffs are. There's one here, there's one here, and then there's one here. Now, before I get on to, you know, why we need these and whatnot, let me point you to where the hidden item is. A missable item. There's actually a lootable here that you want a character with high awareness, you know, to discover it, and it's a psyker staff, okay? So it's like right in this general area, and you can loot it. It's missable if you don't go close enough. So, getting back to why we want to, you know, check these point of interest out, especially discovering it, you know, 1, 2, 3, and then you have 4, 5 on here. Why do we want to discover it? This triggers kind of like a dialogue quest, okay? Now, I don't know too much of the detail. I tried looking it up. There's not much mentioned about this. So, you know, it's probably better off to show you, okay? A little bit spoiler alert. You might see some you know, dialogue, you know, but it's nothing biggie. There's no cutscene or anything, but, you know. So, you want to trigger this. You know, you want to examine, lean to the darkness, or, you know, get the hell back. Doesn't matter if you examine it or not. I usually just try to, you know, get some dialogues in. Eventually, though, you want to lean over, stretch your hand into the darkness, even though it seems like a bad idea. There's a pass check where you can step out away from the hole. Now, if you do this, it kills the quest, so to speak, okay? And you can't get back into it, okay? So, you submit yourself to the will of the entity, whatever the hell it is. Doesn't matter which one you choose. You have to choose both of them, basically, anyway. More dialogue. Now, here, things kind of spiral down a little bit to, like, a rabbit hole. Now, I'm not 100% sure what the following dialogues will do. From what I understand, though, depending on what type of skill checks you pick, it would determine what kind of attribute that you get for free at the end, or nothing at all, depending on the choices. So, I don't know 100% what the combination is. You know, it's gonna take way too long for me to get down to that rabbit hole, to get down to every nitty gritty, what kind of attributes you can get for free based on combination of these choices. What I could tell you for a definitive fact is at the end of the last skill check, you can actually get a +5 willpower boost to a character of your choosing, and that's what I'm showcasing here. However, based on discovery online, as much as I can find anyway, some people claim that you can get a +2 to weapon skills, +5 to lore on the Xenos, the +5 for willpower. I think that's about it. I don't know if there's any more, and if there is, feel free to comment to the video, but that's as far as I know from what I can find, at least. So let's just go through these real quick. You know, again, I don't know what the order or combination is. From what I understand, though, it also determines the type of achievement you get, and I think there are like 2 or 3 different type of achievements. However, I'm on PC, and you know, achievement doesn't really work out for me right now. It's like buggy, it's not triggering. So I'm gonna run through all of these because I'm not even sure what the combination is to get the weapon skills and whatnot. So you know, but one thing's for sure: the willpower. That I know for a fact is the last skill check. So, and it's only for one character, not all of your entire team. Okay, so I'm just since I don't know the combination, I'm just gonna pick whatever. So this is the third dialogue that we are in, and this is where the +5 willpower comes into play. So once you get to this part, you know, obviously there's a skill check, and this is doing it to yourself, and then there's 5 other choices, right? So it's saying choose a decrepit old man that had tattered remains of a military uniform, a strange animal-like creature with barely noticeable shadows swirling around it, a brawny woman with bloodied hands, ugly mutant with multiple heads, infant who is crying, piteously calling out for its mother. Okay, so these are the choices. What does it mean? Well, obviously, you know, this choice is referencing yourself, and you know, you're not really cutting yourself. You know, if you do the quest and read the dialogue, you'll understand what's going on. You know, it's kind of like a dream state in a way, but it's kind of saying that you're gonna target yourself for the bonus. But who are these? These are actually referencing your companions that you took to the planet with you right now. So say decrepit old man, right? I have Abelard, decrepit old man remaining in, you know, military uniform. That's referencing Abelard. You know, he was from the Navy. Strange animal-like creature with barely noticeable shadows swirling around it. You're Psyker. I mean, obviously, I have a skill on my Psyker tree, so you actually see the swirl. But this is a dead giveaway. It's referencing your Psyker. If you choose this, whatever bonus it is, it's giving it to that character. Brawny woman with bloodied hands. I think this is a huge spoiler to the story if you advance through the story enough to know what's going on. So I don't want to say anything. Ugly mutant. That's your Cassia. That's a dead giveaway. Cassia with 3 eyes, you know, and so on and so forth. Okay, like it'll be slightly different if you bring, like, say, your Inquisitor, you know, or your Space Marine. You know, it's gonna be different. It's referencing that character, but it's not clear cut naming that character. And obviously, they probably don't want to give you all these skill checks for bonuses. You know, you already got 2. You could get another one for EXP, but you know. Willpower on yourself. I mean, I'm a commissar, so it's kind of worthless to me. But moving forward, let me show you what I mean. Okay, I'm gonna choose to target my Adra for the willpower since she's a Psyker. So there's noticeable shadow swirling around it. It's referencing her Psyker power. Let me choose that. All right, end of dialogue. You're done. Boom. Now here's the weird part. She was with us. Once you target that party member disappears, okay? You'll notice she's gone from your roster. She's gone on the team. Anybody you target with that last choice, they're gone. Doesn't mean that you lost them, okay? Go back to your ship, or shuttle, whatever the hell you call it. Okay? Go back. Go back to orbit. Come on. Go back to orbit. And once you reach orbit, you're gonna be hit with another dialogue box. Okay, and this depends on, you know, your choices. Okay, you can go heretical, but then you lose that character. I'm pretty sure you lose that character. You don't want to do this. You gain heretical, but you lose a valuable team member. Okay, you search for your missing crew. Okay, they found the missing crew member. Awesome. So she's found and she's back on the roster again. Okay, now let's go to our bridge. Let me show you what I mean. Let's go back to our bridge. Prove that she's back. She's not gone forever, unless you choose that other choice. Most likely she's gone forever. We choose that other choice. I'm not playing a heretical, so I'm not 100% sure, but I'm speculating that most likely she's gone. So let's see what are the consequences of that last choice that we did. Okay. So you notice she's back. She's on the bridge. Okay. She's on the bridge. She's right here. Bam. Okay. So what's different? Okay. Like I say, that last choice dictates who gets the willpower. Okay. So let's target her. Hover over willpower. Now you notice Champion of Darkness +5. You got a +5 from doing that Abyss quest right there. You target her, she got that +5 willpower. And like I say, what I've read or managed to find a little bit of detail regarding to this Bottomless Pit quest is that a few people wrote that they got, like, say +2 on weapon skill. I'm not even sure if it's a +2 or +5s. I've read like it's a +2, so I'm not even 100% sure to confirm it. I've read people somehow managed to get Lore Xenos +5. So, but in my case, I know I can always trigger willpower. Willpower is a given, you know, right then and there. Champion of Chaos bonus on the characteristic value. So that's a definitive. So that last part is definitive. Like I say, I don't know what the other two dialogue skill check, you know, how to trigger the weapon skill or the Lore Xenos, or if there's any other additional. There's just too many combinations when you have 3 different of these dialogue boxes. But I can tell you for a fact that at the end, doesn't matter what you choose for the first 2, that last one gives me willpower always. I've been like testing this multiple times with different combinations, and it seems like I always get willpower on the last one, regardless of what choice I've made on the first 2. So, yeah, so if you have any idea on how to trigger the weapon skill bonus as well as the Lore Xenos, feel free to put in the comments on what your choices were. But, you know, just want to make it aware, you could miss the +5 willpower for that last choice if you decided not to submit to the entity in the Bottomless Pit, or simply just, you know, quit out from there, or you accidentally, say, target Abelar instead of anybody else, and then he ends up with willpower, even though, you know, he's like more of a melee type. So yeah, that's basically what this video is about. Okay, see you.